don't recognize myself from the
Mhm.
beginning of the year at all. It's just the things that I can do. Yes, the technical things that you gave me are beyond what I thought I could do. But just having those moments, especially the moments that were extra hard, to have to really sit with myself and look at my limitations, but also see my gifts.
Yeah.
That brought that for me, that's the biggest takeaway. I tell this to everybody, I'm even the people that see me face to face.
Yeah.
Real deal is not the word. I don't even know what the word is. You will be challenged. You may cry a little bit, but you will have your heart burst with so much joy with one watching somebody care for you like I don't even know. You feel so supported. You feel like you've got this, she's got you. And hey, you can waste a lot of time or you can get in, learn it. I know I say this all the time to you, but thank you for doing your work. Thank you for shining and showing up and just supporting the way you support. Because I'll say it again, you have impacted the way I show up for my clients. And that's a huge deal. It's really big.
I've been close to 7 years already coaching. My spiritual practice really took off when I became a Reiki master. And there was no synergy. I was treating Sujoke and I was treating Reiki and I was treating coaching separate. And I didn't know how to merge. On one-on-ones I did. I brought all the tools and all the knowledge and inner wisdom, but I didn't know how to wrap it up. And so when I started working with you, that was one of the things that we addressed because I didn't know how to share my story. And one of the questions was, who do I serve? I have clients that are teenagers and I have their mothers too. Who do I serve? Do I serve the mother or do I serve the teenager? Who? And that was a big question. I didn't know how to merge them. And that's how and why you came in. When I saw you, that you were offering, and I said, that's it. I'm doing this. And within that same day, I sign up one of my most valuable clients who has brought so much in the last year that is just amazing. And it was simply, or not simply, because it's not so simply, but because sometimes we're in it, we don't see it clearly, bringing my story together and just sharing genuinely my genius, my magic, and sticking to what I am good at and how I create that magic and transfer that. I will attract, and that's what I've been doing, attracting those most valuable clients that allow me to serve them from a space of authenticity, vulnerability, courage, by just being me and sharing my story. And it bloomed.
Yeah.
I didn't have to chase anybody. I was just letting go of the outcome and just serving from that higher place, tapping into what I know it comes naturally from me without making up anything other than, okay, let's roll up our sleeves and work that inner journey. And so by the mother working through their fears, their childhood wounds, they are able to transfer that wisdom and to let go with love their daughters so they can be whatever and whomever they want to be. And it's in that freedom where magic is created. Like, I should have known this so long ago.
I was a little scattered and I have a lot of men that come to me because in the professional world, I work with more men than women. So I have the men that are interested, and it's for some reason when I post something, it resonates with men. So I'm like, okay, should I give men an opportunity? Am I closing a door to helping people and to earning that income? That is also part of my goal. And I wasn't sure. And I was also a little confused with my journey started through a divorce. Like, do I work with divorced women? But someone that's going through a divorce is not ready to start the journey that I'm offering. So it was more of asking the question and dialing down through your questions to identify who is that targeted individual. So by following the questions in your framework, I continued to ask the question, but it was like the why, but what am I looking for? Until I finally discovered that it is not a person that is in the beginning state of a transition. It's the person who has gone through a semi-transition, but is ready to make the change in their lives. And that's how I was able to discover who is my ideal client. I've worked with other coaches, I've worked with other coaches, and I've had this course in mind for the last like 2 years. But one thing is having an idea, and there's a difference with an idea and action. And what I love about working with you is that you simplify processes. You have the ability to take a very complicated process and simplifying it. And hearing you and working directly with you, where you kind of like just broke it down in little pieces, where I was able to tackle it. So when I received then the launch of my course, it was just like this gigantic project that I couldn't even like put my hands around it. And I was looking for perfection as well, because that's going back to your own limiting beliefs. I'm a senior HR director, corporate director. I can't put something out there that's that doesn't work, right? That's not perfect. But that's part of the journey. And that's what you taught me, in the sense of let's simplify little bite-sized training and lessons, and one step at a time. This is what we're working with now. Complete that. This is next, right? So you basically hand-folded the process. And that's what made it possible for me. So seeing then your strategy and the way that you work, then for the first time, Michelle, I said, oh shit, this is possible. I could do this. So I launched my course following your strategy. And as you said, like that same day, I had 2 people that signed up. And by the end of the second day, I had a total of 7. And before I closed the cart, I had 1 more individual. So my goal was to have 10. I have 8 people that enrolled in my course, which at first I said, oh, I'm lucky if I have 2. And if it's 2, that's fine. I'm just going to practice. Michelle said it's the journey, it's the practice. So I'm happy with it.
You are absolutely amazing. You are the magic ingredient for all introverted coaches. I am actually singing your praises to people I know, because you took me from walking around in the dark to really understanding and knowing and owning my marketing plan.
I'm excited.
You help people with. I likened it like this when I was talking to my husband about it. His mom was an artist, and one time she was sitting there and she was drawing a picture of me, and she was putting weird lines on the page, and it didn't make, thinking, she's just kind of doodling, scribbling. I have no idea what she's doing. And then all of a sudden, she did like 3 or 4 other lines, and I popped out. So that's what the experience of how you take people from not understanding what their niche is and not understanding what their ideal client looks like, feels like, sounds like, etc. You take us through manageable pieces that walk us on a path that actually create all of that. It's infused in us. You understand that that's what it takes to get us there, and you're just guiding us, to where we need to go to.
I came to Michelle because I felt like I was really excited about coaching, and I loved the possibility, but I had no landing spot. So I was forever in the clouds going, yes, this is a great idea, but where do I get grounded? And so Michelle's sort of vision is so clear and yet so flexible. She can adapt it to anybody. And what Michelle's course has given me is a landing spot, a place to understand, the tools that I need to pack with me on my journey and how to do it, and a navigational chart and how this gets done, and clarity. Those are all sort of the intellectual things that she's given to me, but the emotional things that she's given to me is an incredible example of joy, positivity, resilience, just the sort of divinity of the human spirit, which will stay with me along with all the things that I've packed in my bags that she's given me, just to light the way, because anybody who is embarking on a new endeavor, it often is dark. And with Michelle's incredible example of possibility and optimism, it'll just be with me as far as I go. So I'm so grateful for that, as well as all the nuts and bolts and things in my bag that I have. How blessed, how grateful I am. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you. Honest to God, I didn't ask for it, but Michelle sorted out my entire LinkedIn profile while I was in Starbucks lineup. Like, Tina, this is what you need to do. Da, 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 da. And I thought, oh my God, like this is enormous value. And like, so your archetype is exactly you. Like you loved on me hard, and then you're like, but I want what's best for you. Like that's exactly your archetype. It's incredible.
Michelle's there. It's like she's always there, always watching, always supportive. I don't know how you do it, Michelle. Like you're everywhere.
It's so true. I've actually messaged her privately to say, I'm worried about you. I don't think you sleep.
You have no idea how much money I have spent over the last few years. And I don't feel like people challenged me or gave me the right information to actually get out there and do. And I had a lot of people who tried to tell me what I should be doing, and none of those things resonated with me. For the moment, I would be excited, but then as soon as I left their presence, the excitement was gone, and I didn't do even that little bit. So with you, it's totally different. You actually tried to find out what my interest was, and then you said about, okay, this is how you're going to make this work. You may not believe in journaling, but you generate such excitement and enthusiasm that even if I was starting to back off from it, everything's been renewed because you've shown me, hey, you can do this and you can be a success at it. You might even make some money in it. It's all in the presentation, and that's what you do. You give me that. And that was something that I needed, because I don't have my family has never really taken an interest in the things that I've done. And the friends that I have all tried to tell me what I should be doing. Nobody ever really listened to what it was that I wanted to do. And so having you be my cheerleader is awesome.
Since I got my certification in early 2020, coaching certification, tremendous difference in myself. And you're the one person that I keep sticking with because you resonate with me. You don't, when I push back, you push back too, which is good, but you also give me that space and you give me that understanding, and you come around another direction. I can't even express the journey, the growth, because it's been exponential, hugely exponential. Long answer to a pretty short question, but it's a big answer because the value that you have given me in, I'm going to say, showing up in my life, because you introduced me to speaking platforms. You introduced me to being able to do a email campaign all of these things where there's so many different ways, social media, that we have to be out there. And each one, how we do one thing is how we do everything. I was showing up like in the beginning, I was like this. And now I'm like, I'm just going to put it out there and it's going to be okay. And so big answer, because it's just a tremendous amount of growth. Just having you lead by example. Everybody, I think, leads by example because everybody's our teacher and everybody's our student. But I find with you, because I've worked with several different people, I hired coaches or I subscribed to plans and courses and stuff. And your way of being able to meet me where I am, I think that's really, as coaches, that's the thing, as coaches, we meet people where they are. And you're a person who you understand where each of us is coming from. And I've seen you working with other people. So I've known you for almost 4 years. I've seen you interact with different people and I've seen the growth in them. Mm-hmm. And I've seen mostly how you, I don't want to say adapt to them, but yeah, you do adapt. You adapt your style to them. You adapt your pressure to them. You adapt your encouragement, because we do need someone to push our envelopes. We do. Otherwise, we become stagnant. We will never go any further than we are right now unless we push our envelope either by ourselves or have somebody on the outside. And you are very good at knowing what envelopes people need and how much pressure to give. And sometimes when you give too much pressure, you intuitively know to back off or change direction. And that's what makes you unique to other coaches that I've worked with or courses I've taken. A lot of them were bull in the china shop. And you are a very strong, determined person, but not everybody you work with is like that. And you see us as individually doing that at our pace. And yet still, I always make the metaphor, you're going to push us over the edge, but you're holding on to us at the same time. And that is the big difference, where you not only showed me how I needed to do things or recommended how I needed to do things based on what my business is, but you also pushed me enough where I wanted to do it, but you led more. For me, it was more of your leading. It was more like, I want to follow you. I don't want to be prodded and pushed like other programs have done. Mm-hmm. And you've shown me in your business, your growth in your business. And I'm like, I want to do that. That's where I want to be. I'm like the little kid that's running up behind you in every step you take. I'm like, I want to do that. I want to do that. That's been hugely instrumental because you lead by example. That's big for me. In the past, I would have been more afraid of all the mistakes. And now I'm just like, I'm curious. I've never done this before and I have no idea how it's going to work out. And I'm good with it. I'm good with the curiosity as opposed to creating the fear. For anybody who knows Michelle, Michelle is the epitome of spunk because you're little, you're like a firecracker. You don't take anything from people. But it's your fun, happy. Spunky is, to me, is I'm going to go out and do that, but I'm going to do it with joy and fun and abandon. And that's spunky for me. Oh my God. Once you get in Michelle's world, for people who you resonate with, because everybody has their people, I can't imagine where I would be. I can actually imagine where I would be if I had not come across you all those years ago, because I would still be hiding and I would still be I would still be in a very not moving forward, probably even moving backwards place. I might have even at that point, I probably wouldn't have given up, but I certainly wouldn't have gotten where I am now if I had not come across you. That was big. So for anybody who really wants to know about you, they can just contact you. Have been, I'm so excited to see how my career is going to go, how my business is going to go over the next year, months. I'm so excited because there's so many ideas and there's so much inspiration, and I'm really excited about going forward with you and just the example the other day on the text message. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even, it came out of the blue for me because I don't know these things. This is what's good about this. You catch things because not only do you work with me, you work with a lot of people and you see what a lot of people are doing, and you can apply this to this person. You can apply this to this person. And so for me, you can see what it is it's missing, or you can see what I'm not seeing. I think that's phenomenal. That's huge right there, because you were saying things. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God.